Curt Flirt is in the building. What's good, brother? Salute, man.
What's good?
What's good with you? How you been? How the family? How's everything?
Everything, bro. I can't complain, man. Family good, kids are good, everybody good, bro.
That's what's up. I appreciate you taking out the time to do this with me, man. I really appreciate it.
Nah, that's all love. I appreciate you, man. Word. Showing that love. That's, sometimes some things go unnoticed. That's what's up, though. I love it.
Now, where I'm from, you a legend uptown. You know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Curt,
Yeah,
watch me go to work.
yeah, yeah. What up?
Ain't nothing, man. We could get into it.
Yeah.
At what age did you start playing ball?
Man, I started playing at like 9, 10 years old. My big brother hoop, you know what I'm saying? He was like all city, all state, and Taft. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Taft High School. So my big brother, who me and my little brothers used to just watch him all the time, man. And we used to go to the park. I don't know if a lot of people remember the Bronx, the Third Ave Park. My brother used to always go down there and play like every day. So we
Okay.
used to just go watch. And I started hooping like 9 and 10 with a guy from my building, just on from Park Avenue, Cortland Ave area. You know what I'm saying? He just put a team together. We just started hooping, me and my little brother and some other people from the building. And then I just started playing from there, man. I took like 2 years off though, like probably a year and a half off when I got to like 10 years old.
Okay.
I played with the church for a little bit, and then I quit that and I just took off and just started getting back serious like 11, 12 years old, man.
So when you getting back to it at 11, 12 years old, that's on the AAU circuit or school?
Nah, that's just street ball.
Okay.
That's just playing like leagues like Forest House, you know what I'm saying? I played with Hakeem in Forest House. I don't know if people know. Um, I played the Forest House. I played for Riverside for like a summer, like not even a whole summer, man. I wasn't even that guy for that. I was always wanted to play with the underdogs. So then when I got serious at 12, I had met Alan Ray and my man Buddha around that age of 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? And then they when I got a little older, they was like, yo, just come to Kips Bay. I went to Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, man, up in the Bronx by Soundview.
Yep.
And with Artie Green, you know what I mean, Big D. We started that. I started playing there. That's why I started when I was a younger, man. YMCA Boys and Girls Club. So it was no traveling, no AAU, just grinding. Word.
When at what age did you get into the school ball?
Schoolboy? All right, here's the deal for me with the schoolboy. I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I'm not from Cortland, you know what I'm saying? I was out
Yeah.
there with my homies just running wild, like not even really doing school, bro.
Oh,
Like academic and all that. I did junior high school. I played that 158, you know what I'm saying? I was playing with a kid named Corey Rowland who was older than me.
yep.
He was like the guy when I was coming up.
Okay.
But other than that, when I got to high school, bro, I was one of them knuckleheads, B. I ain't even gonna lie. I was one of them knuckleheads doing all the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like hanging out outside late, hanging with the homies, doing all that crazy stuff. And I wasn't focused on school, wasn't getting up, doing no high school. I didn't play no high school ball in New York. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm saying? Mine was more like Tinsley's. Tinsley was like the same route, but Tinsley went JUCO. I went to prep school.
Okay.
And when I went away to prep school, that's when things really, really started taking off for me. But just before that, I started playing with the Ravens at like the 17U year. My first year playing with the Ravens was 17U. And after that, it just took off, bro. It just really took off. You heard?
Okay. So what was it like for you to be given that opportunity to go to school but away, like by yourself on your own? You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, the opportunity was a blessing for me. You feel me? Like the first blessing was, I'm not even gonna lie, my bros, Alan Ray, my man Buddha, they call Anwar Baptiste, so like those were my dogs, you know what I mean? They
Yep.
was playing with YMCA, Kids Bay Boys and Girls Club, and played with the YMCA up there too sometimes. So they was Ravens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
I was playing with them, and then Gary DeCesar seen me, and he was like, "Man, you could play and all that." He's like, "You got to get your stuff together, man." People was telling me, and then he just gave me a shot, like playing with the Ravens. You feel
Okay.
me? And that's how I got to prep school. I went to ABCD camp my first year, And, you know what I mean? Me and A-Ray was on the same team. The coach, he just like, yo, I like how you hooping. And he brought me to prep school, man. He's like, yo, come and play. And I went to prep school. I had really no grades, bro. No
Got,
grades. I was just wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, just not doing the right thing. You know what I mean? But I
yep.
always had that hunger for ball. Ball was in my blood.
Got you. So when you go out of town, right, and you're in this setting, really over there in them prep schools, there's nothing to do but school and whatever sport you're doing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So now that you have more time to concentrate, because you was a killer since young. You know what I mean? Like, that's known. That's a fact. You know? So now that you're going to actually be somewhere where you can just focus on that and your academics, how's that transition going for you?
The transition was pretty easy. You know, I had the legends, Francisco Garcia, man.
Okay.
He was on my AAU team, you know what I mean? So then the first year I went to prep school, he was in the same prep school with me.
Got you.
With me? So it was an easy transition because he already did prep school the year before. So just by being with him, it was kind of easy transition. And it was nothing to focus on. Like, you on campus, this little campus in the middle of nowhere, bro. You just focus on basketball and school. So for me, I had to like do all the little things, you know what I'm saying? I had to get like to go to school, like do studying, do all that to get eligible, you know what I'm saying? I had to do like 2 years of school straight, even in the summer, you know what I mean? Academically, so I could be eligible on time. And that's how I got to prep school. When I got to prep school, the transition was easy, man. My focus was so much better. You know what I'm saying? Now, nothing against, you know, my peoples and my family in New York, you know what I mean? My brothers and sisters, my homies, you know, my people I grew up with. But being away helped me a lot. It helped me see the light a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And basketball was always in my blood because I was, what you call it, man? I just loved it. I was hooping. Even when coming up, I was playing street ball here, street ball there, every tournament. I was in it. So when I got the opportunity to go away to prep school, doors opened up, man. Like, I got the grades together, doors just started opening.
So talk about that first year when you got on the court out there. What that was like for you.
The first year of prep school, it was easy low key though, because, you know, being from New York, man, you always got that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never fearless, you know. So I was around a bunch of dudes, you know, that was dogs too. But I was never gone. You know what I mean? People, anybody that know me, it ain't easy running over me. You know what I'm saying? So it was a tough transition at times because, you know, like just getting used to that type of basketball from street ball. You know what I mean? And then there was other kids that was like getting a name, that had a name already, getting recruited by schools. And I'm a newcomer coming in. But, you know, just, you know, my background, man, just told me like, hey, you could get through it. It wasn't really that stressful, bro. It wasn't, because I love ball so much. And having Francisco and all those college coaches coming in there and seeing him, it changed my mind a lot, you know what I'm saying? And we had like 8 D1 players that year in my prep school, my first year. So it was just more about focus on ball. The transition wasn't hard. It was just being away from family as much. That was the only part that was tough.
Okay, got you. And how'd you guys do for your conference and all that?
We went to the semifinals. We went to the semifinals that my first year there. We lost to Jared Jack. Jared Jack, you know, Jared in the league. We lost to Jared Jack and his teammate Craig Smith that played in the league too. They was in the same prep school. And we lost to them in the semifinals by like 4 or something like that, you know. But the first year was dope. We had a good year. We had a good run. We was balling, you know what I'm saying? But we just ended up short. They was a good team though.
Okay, so you get that done and you bust your tail to get that academic on point. So now you focus. You're a different type of focus. You come home for the summer and you hooping. How's the summers going for you now?
The summer's going, it's going actually going dope because at the end of the day, like, you know, now I got that experience, I got that confidence. You feel me? So I come back, I'm playing the Rucker, I'm playing the Dyckman. You know what I'm saying? Like, the name it, my people starting to respect me a little more, even though, you know, everybody always did respect me. But it just started, the vibe was different. You know what I'm saying? It was feeling different. And, you know, I was just coming back hungry, man. Like, basketball just started becoming, like, all I wanted to do. So when I came back to New York playing in street ball, it always prepared me for the real world, you know what I'm saying? The real game, you know what I mean? Because if you tough in street ball, going into the whistle ball, man, you could take all those contacts and those hits, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it prepared me in the summertime for the school. Streetball, I always went back for confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
New York definitely always gave me that confidence because when you step on the floor, you know what it is.
Absolutely.
Word.
Absolutely. So when you go back for your second year, who's all those people that were there gone, right?
Facts.
So it's you now.
Right.
So
me and another dude from New York. I don't know if you know, he's from Brooklyn. And it was Karan Clark. He went to Miami. He used to play with Sebastian. He came. He was there my second year. But other than that, it was just me and a few other guys that was on my team. Facts.
Now talk about that year for you. How'd that year go?
All right. That year was dope. My freshman year was dope too because I came off the bench for most of the year in my freshman year to like halfway through. I was averaging like 15. You know what I'm saying? My freshman year. My second year was super dope. You know, before the season started, like I started getting love. I made the slam. You know what I mean? I made the back of the slam. Then it just started going from there. School started coming. Started getting letters. The confidence was up. I was just ready to go. You know. I played against Notre Dame Prep. Like that was one of my biggest rivals. Like Gary Irvin played for them. My backcourt in college, Will Blaylock, my big man from Iowa State played there. So that year got me going. I was ready to prove myself even more, you know what I'm saying? To be able to play D1, I wanted the recognition. So I just started just hooping, man. That second year was dope for me. I was averaging like 26 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? For like the first half of the year. Then it dropped to like, I got to like 22, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year. But I was almost averaging a triple-double my second year. Word.
So now that you're getting recruited by schools, these D1, right?
Right.
What's that doing for you as a ball player, and what's the process like? Because I'm sure before you went away to school, that was, you know, the path that you spoke on wasn't going to take you there. And that's always a ball player's dream to be there. So now it's becoming a reality for you. What's that like for you that you see that the dues are paying off?
Man, to be honest with you, this is where Gary DeCesar came in, you know, from St. Raymond's, you know what I mean? I was confused a little bit. I was just street dude hooping, bro. I was just hooping, you feel what I'm saying? And I didn't really know about the college process, you feel me? Like, you can ask my mans in them. They'll tell you, like, I didn't really know. I was just hooping. I loved the game. And then Gary D came in. And he was talking to me like, yo, these schools is contacting you. I never even was getting letters. I started seeing all these letters. It was all new for me. You feel me? But it let me know that my hard work was paying off. And I was happy. But I didn't know how to go about, like, lining the schools up. Like, which school would be high major, low major. I was just hooping. Gary DeCesar came in, sat down with me. You know what I mean? He just talked to me. He came to my prep school and everything. He's just chopping it up. Because I had like 5 schools come visit me that day. And he came too because he was at Richmond. But he's a Richmond coach. And he came and sat down in my room. He was like, man, we can't get you. He was like, low major shit ain't going to be able to get you. He was like, Iowa State is Big 12, high major. And I already was feeling Iowa State because they was recruiting me before I had my grades and everything. They was just always sending me letters. You feel me? So when they came, I got my grades up. They offered. I took it. I took it, bro. Gary D was like, this is a great opportunity for you. And I was like, yeah, I took it. You know what I mean? Big 12, high major, TV. I just took it, bro, and ran from there.
Okay. Talk about becoming a college ball player. What was that freshman experience like? You in that stadium with all them people? Because I watched you in college and I saw what you did. You know what I mean? And you looked like you was doing what you always do everywhere. You know what I mean? So what was that like for a kid from the Bronx, knowing like, yo, I'm here? You know what I mean? Like a part of the dream is becoming a reality already. What was that like for you?
Man, it was at first it was like so real, you know what I'm saying? So real. Like I didn't even believe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm from the Bronx, the route I was going, I ended up in a college, bro. Like full ride, you know what I mean, seeing a different world. But I'm gonna be all the way real. It's just me. Like, you know, a lot of my guys that know me, that play with me, I was always the same, man. That transition was kind of easy, you know what I mean? Because it was just basketball. I approach every game the same way. Like if you're in front of me, I'm going at you. You feel me? So even my teammates, you know, coming in my freshman year, I had a guard that was at Notre Dame that I said that was my backcourt mate. He was getting recruited by like UNC, Connecticut, and all that, you know. And I'm coming in like nobody any respected me. People going around the town knew who I was, but they didn't know. Like my buzz wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So I just went in there, do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like just go hoop. It was at first it was tough because like sometimes you think about it is because like people doubt you, and when you get doubted, it's easy to like go against yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, they ain't rocking with me, this and that. But you gotta just stay level, man. You just gotta believe in yourself and keep working. And I always knew that being from New York, like there was definitely nothing could stop me that I haven't seen yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know how it is playing at DYCKMAN, Rucker, like dudes standing on the court. So if another person in front of me, like this is nothing. You know what I mean? I'm dealing with those type of people every day. So that transition was easy. At first, it was just a little shaky because everybody didn't know and I didn't know what to expect. But once basketball started in college, man, everything was back to normal, bro. Everything. You know what I mean? My freshman year, I was like All-American. I was like I was third leading scorer in the nation. I was averaging 16 and a half a game as a freshman at Iowa State. Only person who was in front of me was some other dude and Sean Banks. I don't know if you remember Sean Banks from Jersey. Sean Banks was in Memphis. He was averaging like 17 and a half. And I was like right behind him, man. I was Big 12 freshman of the year. You know what I mean? One thing that really stuck out to me that made me a lot of confidence, gave me a lot of confidence my freshman year, was Tony Allen. You know what I mean? Tony Allen. He was at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm averaging like 16. I'm scoring against the best of them sometimes. You know, I'm going at it. And then I played Tony Allen at Oklahoma State. John Lucas, and all these guys. Tony Allen was deep. Mind you, he was Defensive Player of the Year in the Big 12 and Player of the Year the same year. You know what I mean? He's a dog, right?
Yeah.
Man, he started guarding me, right? He was making me work, but I still ended up with like 23. You feel me? And he came up to me like, yo, you a dog, bro. He was like, you got it. He was like, you the only person that really gave me fits like this. You know what I'm saying? And it stuck with me because he's a senior, you know what I mean, at Oklahoma State. And he was going to the league. Everybody knew he was going to the league. Everybody knew he was the Big 12 Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year at the same time. Like, you don't get that often in the same conference, right? So when he told me that, I was just like, it's lit. I was like, it's lit from here. Like, this is what I do. You feel me? And the confidence went up. You know what I mean? I'm dropping 28 on Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Like, after that, dropping 30 on Missouri. You feel me? Like, it just started going from there, man. Like, I just needed that booster. Like, that type of boost helped me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was the feeling like knowing you're on TV and you're performing at the highest level for the family and for the hood and, you know what I mean, for everybody to see? What was that feeling like for you?
Man, that feeling was dope because, you know, you watch so many people growing up. Like, I watched so many people, man. Like, before I even got to Iowa State, my bro, A-Ray, like, you know what I'm saying? He was playing at Villanova. So watching him, like, man, we knew each other since 10. We around each other every day. And then when I seen him on TV like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I got to get to that point. So when I got there, it was just a dope feeling, you know what I mean, to have my moms watch me, you know? Like, everybody don't get their moms to be able to watch. You know, my mom's was my biggest fan. Yeah. And to see my family and friends being able to watch me turn up on TV, man, you see that all the time. Yeah. That was my opportunity. You feel me? Yeah, so, like, I took advantage of it, bro. Like, I always shined in the big moments, you know? Like, a lot of times in my life, I always was the underdog. So I always wanted to be, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for this moment. Let's get right, you know? I want to keep showing. I felt like I need to keep proving the word, you know what I mean? Yep. And so, you know, at the same time, you know, that's just, man, I just wanted to prove, bro. And I got my opportunities and I proved them, man. You know? Yes, you did. And I went from there. You feel me?
Absolutely. You absolutely did.
Wow.
How'd you guys do your freshman year at Iowa State?
My freshman year, we won 21 games. We didn't make NCAA. They curved us on that. I don't know how that's possible, but we won 21 and didn't get it, which is cool. It's all good. Yep. But then we went to the NIT. We played in the Garden in the Final Four. I lost to Quincy Doobie in the Final Four and Rutgers. You know what I mean? Ricky Shields and Quincy Doobie. You know what I mean? They played good. I went crazy. You know what I'm saying? In the Garden my freshman year. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like
Yeah.
all my homies that's if they on here, my people that's on here, they'll tell you they was in the building. My family, I had 2 points at half. I finished with 32. Feel me?
Talk about
Crazy in the Garden. Yeah, bro, I went crazy with a broken hand. Like I still got the film and all that. I had a broken hand. I had the pad on the back of this hand and all that.
it was wrapped
Word.
up. Yeah.
I had it wrapped up and all that. I went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we finished. You know, my freshman year, we lost by like 2. We had a last shot. One guy had a shot. We missed it, but it's all good. We lost my freshman year. But the freshman year was dope, man. Like just a new experience, seeing all that talent, man. Big 12 got talent every year.
Yeah.
So it was just a dope experience just to be able to play against Kansas, people you see all the time. You know what I mean? That got all Americans. So the freshman year, it ended on a good. Like for my seniors, they probably wanted to play more, but for me as a freshman, I thought it was pretty dope. I got to play in the Garden.
What was that like for being a kid from New York, watching TV, growing up watching the Knicks and all that, and now you on that floor and the performance you able to put on on that floor? What was that experience like for you? Just playing at the Garden in particular.
Man, to be honest with you, it was dope because, you know, I watched the Garden. Like I said, I watched so many New York ballers, you know, that go to Rice, St. Raymond's. They be having games, Mount Vernon, and all those schools. They be having games in the Garden, you know what I mean? And I was the dude that wasn't doing the right thing with the grades and all that. So I'm like, man, that would be dope to play there. Like I even watched my brother play there, you know what I'm saying? So it was just one of those things. It's just like, I want to do that. So when I got the opportunity, that was my first time ever, bro, playing in the Garden. It was a crazy, crazy feeling because when you're on that Garden floor, ain't nothing but the spotlight and everything in the bleachers is black. You the show. You feel what I'm saying? You the show. So when I got in the Garden, I was just trying to let the game come to me, bro. I was just trying to let it come to me so much in the first half.
Yeah.
My sister coach got in my butt, bro. Snapped on me. Like, yo, you been killing all year. Like, what you doing? You know what I mean? And second half, I took off, bro. And it was a dope feeling, you know, looking to see my homies in the bleachers, look over, see my mom front row cheering on me when we made our run. You know what I mean? I'm doing well. That experience I'll never forget. That was my first and only time ever playing in the Garden. Word.
That's what's up. And you put on.
And I put on, you know what I'm saying? I had to, you know what I'm saying? And the second half, I just had to go in. And the shots was falling, and I just kept attacking, bro. Just kept attacking.
So after having that freshman year, knowing that you can do whatever you want to do at this level, and you at the top level of college basketball, going back for your sophomore year, what's your mentality?
My mentality is NCAA tournament.
Okay.
That was my mentality from the beginning of the year. We was close. We didn't get it. I'm like, I got to get to the show.
Okay.
That's the show, right? You get there, right? At that time when I was playing, you get to the show. That's when you're getting your looks. You feel me?
Yes.
So, like, that second year, it was just all work. All work. Me and my guards, we was working. We had some new bigs. We had one vet big. You know what I mean? But we was just working. My coach played the 6-7 man roster, like rotation that whole year for the most part, because the new guys wasn't ready like that.
Okay.
And second year, we was just grinding, hard, working, practicing 3 hours a day, going at each other in practice. You know what I mean? I got my tooth knocked out, cracked a couple times. We was going in, man. It was just a mindset of like, I got to be better. My game started getting better, you know. It's just a difference in college when you playing street ball. For me, you know what I mean, I wasn't training in none of that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing none of that. So when I got to college, I started training more, getting things right. You feel me? I started seeing, like, there's opportunities out there. You feel me? Like my second year, my first year, you know, you see it, whatever. But then my second year, I started seeing opportunities like crazy, you know? And then I was just like, yo, I'm going for this. You know what I mean? And we had a great year, bro. We had a great year. We won some games on the road, beat Texas at home. I mean, at their home, that was huge. Kansas at their home, I hit the game winner. You know what I'm saying? Just, man, yo, we got to the NCAA. Everything worked out playing, man. Got there, you know, played Minnesota the first round, lost the defended champions in the second round, you know, North Carolina that year.
Yes.
I mean, when they had Raymond Felton, Sean May. Yeah. So, that's it. It was, you know, that was a big accomplishment for me to get there because once I got there, you know, I would never forget. We was about to play North Carolina.
Yeah.
He was on ESPN, and he spelled my name out. He was like Stinson. I'm like, yo, this is what it is right here. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I never experienced none of that. And I've seen all the people like Dre Barrett, Sack, you know what I'm saying? All those guys that played in front of us too, that played on the Ravens something, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I used to see them get the love and they get the name and Dickie V shouting them. And I'm like, nah, this is dope right here. You feel me? So, you know, my second year was a blessing, bro. It was a blessing. It was a dope year for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That NCAA tournament experience.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like? Because that's something totally different.
Yeah. It's like one of those, like I said about the Garden. You know what I'm saying? When you get on that, when you get there, you the show.
Yeah.
You the show, man. You walk in there, it gives you a vibe, or understanding like what it's like to be a celebrity, bro. Like that NBA feel a little bit, right? Everything
Yep.
is first class. You know what I'm saying? Interviews, podiums. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
the NCAA was definitely dope. Like, you know what I mean? Walking in there, the energy, the media everywhere. Like, you know, you want that hype. You know, kids live for that moment. I lived for that moment as I got older. You know, I wanted to be in that situation so bad. You feel me? So that NCAA was just dope for me. You know what I mean? I was just one of the, and then you see teams you never see. Teams you always see online, I mean, on TV. Like, I played against North Carolina, man.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people get that opportunity. You feel me? You know,
Absolutely.
so I got the opportunity to play. You know what I'm saying? Just to be out there to play at that level with that talent, it was dope for me. Word.
That's what's up, man. So you come back home and you're getting
Mm-hmm.
ready for your junior year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you still thinking NCAA tournament, or are you thinking, I think it might be my time, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna keep it all the way real right now. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. All right, my freshman year when I broke my hand, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I could have left then. There was a buzz. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But I broke my hand. You
Okay.
feel me? My second year, it was a buzz again because I'm averaging 18 now. I went from 16 to 18 again. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I'm averaging like four assists, like 6 rebounds or something like that. That's
Gotcha.
high numbers in college. You feel me? So, but then I end up tearing my ligament on my finger. Like, you can't see it right now. I had a surgery right here. You can see the line. They had to cut my hand open and
Okay.
put a nail to attach my ligament. That was like a 3-month process. So that's during all the NBA stuff after the season was over.
Gotcha.
So, you know, it was either me go do that while I was hurt or
Yeah.
go back to school. If I know what I know now, it'd be a different story.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I went back to school, which wasn't a bad idea though. But we had a lot of youngins the third year, you know what I mean, going into this. So my third year, I'm thinking like we going in ranked top 25. I'm like, if things pop off right, I'm out of here. The door's gonna open. You know what I'm saying? Things are gonna get better for me. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So that's why I was thinking more on my junior year, just going back and being hungry. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I wasn't even really thinking league like that. You know what I'm saying? I never really thought league. But as my junior year was going on, it started popping in my head for sure.
How'd the junior year go for you?
We struggled. Now, I'm not gonna say we struggled bad, but we struggled, man. We had young bigs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me individually, it went good. My points always went up. So I was averaging 25 and 5 my last year, you know what I'm saying? So like my numbers was always good, but as a team, nah. And you gotta win, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays you can just go anywhere. You feel me? Before then you had to win. If you wasn't winning, that's why you see teams go with all-stars. There was so many nice dudes on the team because you had to win. Now, like, they'll find you, even though they find you sometimes then too, but they find you more now than they did before. So, you know, that's what it was.
So now your junior year's up. You put up the numbers you put up. What's the process for you as a ball player thinking about what your next step is?
Man, the next step was for me. I ain't gonna lie. My Big 12 tournament, when that's over, I knew right there I was gonna bounce. You feel me? But then they had fired my coach. But he had three 18+ seasons of wins. They fired him. So right then and there, it was no brainer for me to bounce out, bro. It was no brainer. You know, I didn't want to play for a new coach. You feel me? Not even a new coach, kind of like the coach that was coming in, and I was already a junior, you know what I'm saying, about to be a senior. I was like, my buzz was there, so I was like, I'm just going to take this and bounce right now. shoot me. And that's what I did, man. I just left, you know. My coach got fired. It was just a no-brainer for me to dip out. And I went through the NBA process for sure.
What was that experience like for you?
It was dope, man. I worked out for 20 teams, bro. I worked out for 20 teams. You feel me? I was like on a move. It was crazy as me and A-Ray, we was training together. We was staying in Cali, all that. We was training, we was going hard, bro. And I was just working out. The experience was dope, man. Getting to meet those coaches, sitting in front of George Carl, Phil Jackson, legends, bro. Getting to be able to talk with them telling me about my game.
Yeah.
And learning information. It was dope, man. It was a great experience. But the thing you gotta understand when you're doing that, some things I didn't really know is like, you know, you gotta be like ready. Because there's only like 2 of you, 3 of you, 4 of you maybe sometimes in a workout. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in an NBA workouts and it's just like 4 of y'all, it's just you and them. You got to be ready to go. You know, and I'm not going to say in front like everyone I was killing it, but I did for the most part, you know?
Okay.
Word.
So what's the next step for you after this? You go to your workouts?
After the workouts and all that, man, the next step was for me to keep training, sitting waiting for the draft, bro. You know what I mean? The draft came, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get called. But as soon as it was over, Golden State hit me like, yo, come to Golden State. I went there. I was with them for the summer. Hurt my back. Ended up with like a herniated disc in my back and shit from lifting weights. You feel me? So that was like an easy no-brainer for the league, you know, to pass me on, which was cool. I get it. It's a business. You feel me? And I went overseas. After that, I went overseas. But one thing I want to put clear out, I put in the water, man, and I ain't afraid to say it, bro. You know what I mean? Coming from New York, we got a grit, we got an attitude, we got a swag, we got that that rawness. Everybody ain't like that, but for me, I was like that. You feel what I'm saying? I had that raw, that grit, that swag. You know what I mean? That, you know, I was just a hard nose. And you were my teammate and now I'm getting on you. Yeah. You know, and one thing I didn't know, like that type of stuff carries. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And, you know, like NBA, they do investigation, man. They what I should say, they're investing money into you, right?
Yeah.
So if they're invested into you, they're gonna do their homework.
Absolutely.
Right? They're gonna do everything. They're gonna try to find out everything. I didn't know none of this, bro. None of this. Yeah. But as I'm going on, I learned it. You feel what I'm saying? NBA investigate everything. Where you been at? If you ever was in a car accident, if you drank before, if you smoked before, any of that. They probably even know the girls you hanging out with. You feel me? And my attitude was kind of one of the negative things that came about with me. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like I had a bad attitude towards anybody. I was just a dog, bro. You know how it is. I'm just a dog. And it ain't built for everybody. Now you can do a lot of things different than when I was coming up. You feel me? But it was just one of those. It was just one of those. So I want to tell the young guys, the next generation, that like it's okay to be a dog and to have an attitude, but you got to just control it sometimes. Even if you're talking to your teammates, right? It's okay to talk to them and push them, but you just got to be able to control it at a certain level. You feel me? Because all I knew was coming from the Bronx, the old heads, the OGs, the dudes that coming before you, they getting on you like, yo, get it together, bro. Like, you ain't playing. You feel me? So that's all I knew growing up. You feel me? And that was one of the things, you know, that I had to learn, you know, and it carried with me. And it's okay. You know what I mean? You live, you learn. I learned from my experience. I got my son now, you know, he's hooping. If he hoops, I just feed the knowledge to him if that's something he want to do. You feel me? So,
no, absolutely.
So that's from one of the young boys, man, you understand that, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Just be coachable, you know what I mean? Know how to push your teammates in the right way. You know, I tell my guys right now, you got to be able to hold each other accountable. You feel what I'm saying? So just something for them to understand, you know what I mean, out there, that whatever you do comes a long way. So if you out there, you know what I'm saying, wilding out and you trying to hoop, it'll come back. Yeah. It'll come back. Just be smart, though.
Yeah. Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Word
up. Now, let me ask you something.
What's good?
Considering where you were maybe 5 years prior to now, you're a professional ball player on the journey for the bag. Did you think that day, before you ever went away to prep school, did you think that day was going to come, that you'd be a pro overseas, getting money, getting paid to play this game that you love?
Before I went to prep school?
Yeah, before you went to prep school.
Nah. I wasn't even thinking like that, bro. I wasn't even thinking pro. I was just hooping.
Gotcha.
I was just hooping. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yep.
And that was one thing my big brother used to talk to me about. He's like, yo, just hoop. He was
Yep.
like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You
Gotcha.
feel me? Just hoop. And I wasn't even thinking about overseas, NBA, none of that when I go to prep school. I just wanted to hoop, bro. I love basketball. Even when I used to chill with my bros in the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I would always hoop. I used to play people for money, bro, in different projects.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I was always had that dog and always wanted to hoop. You know what I'm saying? It was just always there. So I never even thought about pro. I wasn't even thinking about college like that when I went to prep school until I got involved in it. You know, so as I'm getting involved in it, then it's, you know what I'm saying, it got better and I started understanding more. But yeah, like now it's way more guys, way more understanding for the young boys than it was for me back then. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's just what it was. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just hooping, bro. That's all true facts. Right?
And that's what makes it even better, because a kid that's coming up, that's in your same shoes, that don't think that that's possible, doesn't realize that, one, you're smart enough. You just got to apply it, and you can get through it. If you apply it, all the energy that we put into the hood, if we put into the format of what you love, it goes. You'll get it. You know what I mean? To some level. You know, not every kid is going to be able to play out of Iowa State or St. John's. There's colleges for every level. So you can live your dream to whatever extent you want to. You just got to push. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to put. The main thing is just more like, you know, sometimes kids get caught up in, like, wanting to be high major. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's just like, you got to go where you go. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, if it's a dream to play college basketball, you got to go what's the best fit. It just so happened that Iowa State was definitely a good fit for me, and it was high major.
And you're a different type of ball player. Let's be honest, Curt. Like, you're not you're a different type of ball player. Like you're not one of them just, oh yeah, he's good. No, like you was a dog since little. I watched you grow up playing, and I never saw you not give 110%. You can't do that. Like what you and A-Ray used to do in high school, like when y'all was high school age, in limited tournaments, it's crazy. But that's not the average kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you different. You feel me? And the thing is that a lot of these kids don't realize that you need substance. If there's no substance, you can make everybody look great on social media. But when you're there and you gotta perform, that's where it counts.
Yo, that's all facts. You know what I'm saying? That's all facts. And that's what I tell a lot of my young boys, yo. But first off, like, for me to be, like, me and A-Ray playing from youngest, man, we was like 14 playing in DYCKMAN, yo. 15 playing in DYCKMAN. You know what I'm saying? Like, no funny, nothing against DYCKMAN or anybody. But me and A-Ray was one of the guys that started that drink popping. You feel me? Like, we used to have that place turned up. People used to come and watch us at youngins. You feel me? So, you know, like, DYCKMAN definitely helped me, and, you know what I'm saying, all that too. I'm no disrespect to DYCKMAN, but we used to have that on tilt, bro.
Lit. That's a fact. Yeah, I was kids.
And we was kids, you know what I'm saying? We was kids. So, you know, as I'm getting older, it just, you know, it was just more like, yo, as I got older, if I'm doing it young, once I got to a certain age, it just became easy. It just came like I could do it with my eyes closed, bro. Word.
That pro game, what was it like? Because you had that pro game since a kid. You know what I mean? So that first experience when you went overseas, the first time you ever played professional basketball, when you saw what it was going to take for you to be able to play at that level, what went through your mind? Because you was bred for that.
Facts. First of all, I want to shout out KYDA. I ain't even gonna lie. Big Cav, yo, what up? Word up. He brought us in, man, put us in DYCKMAN with those old guys, man, and he gave us that opportunity. Shout out to Cav, though. Word up. Going overseas, being a pro and all that, to be honest with you, like, it was kind of easy, because not easy. The transition was being away from home. You know what I'm saying? Being overseas as a pro. But I played NBA Summer League. So I was playing I was playing against some of the best talent coming out of college and all that. So I was playing summer league already.
Yep.
So already having that feel of the NBA game, when I got to summer league, there were certain things that I knew I had to get better at, right? Like being a point guard, I had to be a floor general more.
Okay.
I couldn't just keep going off for 25 and have everybody else on the sideline watching me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then when you go pro, there's guys that's already been there.
Yeah.
You feel me? And
yeah.
you gotta earn your stripes. You can't just come in there. You're gonna come in there and do your thing, but you still gotta earn your stripes too. You gotta find your way with those people.
Right.
So, you know, for me, I had to learn that. That was my transition of learning how to be a point guard that can pass but still can get buckets. You feel what I'm saying? To run the team. So, but when you go over to which quarter to Europe, they want you to score more.
Yeah, they want buckets.
You know what I'm saying? So they want you to get buckets. So I was kind of like right back at home. But the only problem with me with being over there by yourself is that you don't know English, man. Some of these dudes don't even know English, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those. That was the only tough transition. By the time I was a pro after going through summer league, anywhere they put me, bro, I was ready. I thought I would be ready for anything. And I was ready for anything, every challenge. Anybody that ever went against me can never say I failed. You know what I'm saying? They got my best shot every night. Word.
That's a fact. Talk about winning that chip in the D League.
Man.
You
winning the chip in the D League.
You dogged the D League. That was like DYCKMAN for you.
Yo, the D League, man, you know what made it special about the D League? The NBA game, bro.
Okay.
I love, after like my second year overseas, the NBA game is what I wanted to do, man. I wanted to be in the NBA really more and more after my second year. I wanted to play the game. So I just got in the D League, you know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, my son was little. So I wanted to be close, you feel me?
Okay.
Growing up without my pops, you know what I'm saying? That helped me. I had the responsibilities. So I would go to the D League in the winter and then go right overseas right after.
Got you.
You feel me? But playing the D League, man, the game just helped me become better. Like my IQ, like, was already at a good level for the most part. It went through the roof. It went through the roof, man. More film sessions, one-on-ones with the coaches. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just learning how to pick people apart, knowing how to prepare for the game. Like, if this game is this way, that means that the team you playing next is watching that game. So you have to adjust because they're going to do the things that you was doing in that game. They're going to try to take that away from you. So then you had to adjust. And I learned that, man. Shout out to Nick Nurse. You feel me? Toronto Raptors head coach. Right? That was my coach in the D League. Feel me? For every year I was there, that was my coach. We won championships. You know what I mean? We won division titles together. He sat me down, man. He used to just be like, Curt, man, you're a great player. He used to bring me in. I used to watch film. I used to watch other players. And I used to just be like, all right, we're learning tendencies. And then I became a film guy. Because at first, you know, you hate watching film, want to see yourself make a mistake. I was that guy at first. I didn't want to see myself making a mistake.
Got you.
But then you get used to it. And that watching film transition to the court, that helped me understand better to not make those mistakes when they come about again. So once I did that, man, the game got in slow motion, bro. I'm not even going to lie. It just started slowing down. Like, I was just out there, and it was just like a never day in the office, bro. Triple doubles here and there.
Right.
You know, I had like 21 dimes, like 21 assists, like 3 times in the D League. Like, that's just not heard of. I was just doing crazy things, averaging 16 my first year when I played in there. But I was averaging 11 dimes, you know what I'm saying? And 8 rebounds, you know? So, like, I was going, man, the game just slowed down, bro. It just made it so much easier for me. Smarter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Understanding, learning everybody's position on the court. You feel me? Things like that. You know, I turned into like one of those true point guards that could score.
Yeah.
And I just started figuring it out, man. I just started becoming a basketball junkie more and more as time went on.
And talk about that MVP you got.
Man, MVP was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what happened. I was overseas. That year. I was overseas. The Bulls called. Like, yo, come back. You know what I'm saying? Come back to the D League. You know what I mean? They'll come to training camp. They're like, come to training camp. We got you. We pretty much probably going to sign you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? For at least until like the January area, you know what I'm saying? When they make figure out if you're gonna stay for the whole year.
Got you.
So I leave the team I'm on. Mind you, we already starting the year over there season. I leave the team I'm on and come back. But bust it. I'm in there, I'm playing, I'm with the boys and all that. I'm doing my thing, everything. With D Rose there, Janelle Pargo, Kurt Heinrich, they love me, showing me mad love. No flaking, no cap, no nothing. I ain't joking.
Yeah.
So when it was time to like really start getting the process, they started cutting guys in training camp. It isn't just me and another dude. Yo, no lie, bro. Like, the team from overseas never sent my release form. Right? Because when you come from overseas, you have to sign a release to leave.
Yeah.
The team gets one, you get one, and then the team you're going to in the States get one.
Okay.
We did our part. They didn't do theirs.
Wow.
You feel me? Because they was kind of hot that I left.
It was heated.
In the season like that, which is understandable, but come on, man. You got a better opportunity, but this is something you guys got to know. Some guys don't know that, and the guys that's overseas that play knows that. Europe, they could be grimy sometimes. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, long story short, whatever. I'm in there, I'm hooping. They like, yo, we got to go through this. My agent had to go overseas to get it. In the meantime, we didn't have enough time because the next day we was about to go play the Pacers.
Okay.
So they couldn't even take me. So they had to send me to the D-League. So I went to the D-League that year. So I'm sitting here like, they like, yo, you're going to be the first guard called up. You're going to be the first guard called up. You're going to be the first guard called up. If anything happened with D-Rose, any of those guards, no injuries, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know what I mean? And I don't wish that on nobody. The opportunity just didn't knock. You feel what I'm saying? So, only thing I told myself, bro, when that happened, I just told myself, I was like, it's over, man. I said, you know what I mean? They might not respect the kid right now, but you will remember me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was one thing I always remember in my head. I told myself, I was like, they're going to remember me. You know what I mean? Because I was always killing every year in the D-League. You know what I'm saying? Every year I was killing in that joint.
Yeah.
And that year I was just like, okay, they still sleeping. I'm about to leave it all on the floor. I knew that last year, that championship year would probably be my last year playing in the D-League. Because I was just like, I'm just going to shut it down. My son was getting older and all that.
Yep.
And I was going to just go overseas from now on.
Okay.
Man, I just went crazy, bro. Every game was personal.
Okay.
Every game was personal. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, if y'all not going to give me that shot, you will remember me. You're going to remember me. You'll never be able to take that from me. You feel me? And I swear on everything, that was my mindset. And my last year, man, it was crazy because I had like 3 guys get called up like in a week, and I didn't. Okay. And then the guys that was left, I was like, yo, we going to go win this. I had a bunch of guys nobody respected. Okay. Feel me? Yeah. And I just went crazy, man. Playoff came, averaging 30. I was averaging a triple-double for the playoffs, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was for real. Like, it was. I was in the zone. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna build my legacy, you know. And that's what I told my young boys, and I told my son now, like, build your legacy, bro. You know what I mean? Because even if that opportunity don't come for you, you always be remembered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they can never take that from me. I'm the all-time assist leader in the D-League. You know what I'm saying? I'm 3rd all-time in scoring. You feel me? Like, I'm champion. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. You know, so like, they can't take that from me. And that's the mindset I had that championship year. So anybody that was standing in front of me, I was going crazy, bro. I was going crazy. But
that's what's up, man. For the end result of how you started off, you can't ask for more. You know what I mean? Like, you lived the dream. You did, and you, every time you needed to perform to get to where you wanted to go, you was able to get there. You know what I'm saying? I respect that, and I've always respected that about you, man. Like, you a hard worker, and you can see it. You know what I mean? What's life like now after basketball for you?
Man, life is good, honestly, man. I'm coaching. You know, I coach this program right here, Kingdom Hoops Basketball. You know what I'm saying? Out in Iowa, you feel me? She's trying to teach the young boys, you know, things that I didn't learn, things that I learned on the way. You know, my son, you know, he plays. I coach his team. He's in 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I coach his team. I coach a 6th grade team, and I coach a high school team. You know, but I train too. I do all that. I try to give all the knowledge back to the young boys. You know, I got a couple kids, you know, doing their thing. You know what I mean? Helped a couple guys, train a few guys. Some guys in D1, some guys is going. Yeah. You know, I'm just trying to give knowledge back. You know, that's why when I come to the city, you know, I just try to go watch games and try to be around anybody that want to spread the love. I'm there. I got any advice you ever need, you know. So I'm just out here trying to teach these young boys to do what they need to do. You feel me?
That's what's up. I respect that, man. Salute to you and what you're doing, man. Let me ask you something. In a million years, would you ever have thought a kid from the BX would be living in Iowa?
Nah. I'm just like everybody else when it comes to Iowa, bro. Like, when I first heard it, I'm like, where's this at? You know what I mean? I was the same way. You know, I didn't know, but that's the crazy thing about basketball. It takes you anywhere.
Yeah,
You feel me?
absolutely.
Like for me, I got a passport that's stamped up, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I done been in so many countries. You know, the game of basketball take me anywhere. So once I got to Iowa, it was just weird at first. Like I'm just mad. Like you driving on the interstate, all you see is cornfields, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's city.
Yeah.
It's city just like everywhere else. It ain't New York City, but it's a city. You feel what I'm saying? So, but for me, you feel me? Like I had to adapt, man. It was weird, you know. People come up to you and they speak to you like, yo, what up? How you doing? And I'm looking at them like, yo, you don't even know me. You feel me? You know how New York, you don't know nobody. They don't even speak to you, right? Everybody just give you a glance and keep it moving. These people will stop, have a conversation with you, which is dope. You feel me? Like, it's just another part of life I see. So it was, at first, the transition was crazy. Like, you know, being, like I said, that grit from New York. Like, sometimes people would say stuff and you'd be like, what? You being smart? Like, hold up, what? But they being polite and they being nice, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I'm over here like, you know, and I still got that in me. That'll never leave me, that New York way, you feel me? But, you know, you just got to control things certain levels, you know what I mean, in certain ways, you feel what I'm saying? So, but that was just one of the weird transitions and some of the weird things that went on. Like, I just had to learn how to, my environment now that I'm in, you know what I mean, my surroundings and, you know, adapting to that. You know, the life is chill. Like, New York is just nonstop action. People walking, people moving, people doing this, that. 2 o'clock in the morning, it's like 300 people outside somewhere, right? You know what I'm saying? And Iowa, 10:30.
It's over.
It's over. It's over. If you're adult, like me now, like 10:30, 11 o'clock, it's quiet. Everybody chilling, peaceful. You know what I mean? For the most part, everybody doing the same thing that you do in New York, but they do it in their crib.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? More peacefully, staying out of trouble. Just that life is different, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes people just say, yo, you're in Iowa, bro. Like, someday your kid, like I tell my people sometimes, someday your kid might go to college and never come back to the city.
Facts.
Kind of want that to happen if they can live a better life, you feel me? So for me, it was just more like, I'm here, my son, I got a daughter, and I got a son and a daughter. Like, this is my home now. I ain't going nowhere.
That's what's up.
Word.
Most points you ever scored?
In a game?
Yeah.
DYCKMAN, man. 55. 55. Yeah, me and A-Ray, I'll never forget. We was playing against Dominican Power, bro.
Yeah.
Me and A-Ray, 55. Luis Flores, Cisco, all of them. They was on the other side. Word. 55, bro. 55.
Toughest opponent you ever faced?
Tony Allen. Because he could guard you, and he scored. Dude had like 25, and he was guarded. He was the toughest guy that I had to go against. Like I played against a lot of dudes, don't get me wrong, but he was tough because he did both ends of the floor. And that was the first time for me ever seeing that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, Tony Allen was tough, bro. I seen a lot of dudes, though.
What up, Ev? Ken Stevens is there.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm gonna do a podcast after this that's gonna cover the streetball aspect of like how your stories will go in the hood. You know what I mean? The UDTs, the DYCKMANs, the Ruckers, all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I grew up in all that. The UDC, I was just talking about UDC with somebody. That's crazy. UDC used to be crazy, right? In the summer, burning hot in that court. You know what I mean? Then you go play at DYCKMAN. It's hot out there, but it's lit. I love DYCKMAN because it used to be at night. Man, I tell my son all the time, we go to New York, he be like, let's go to DYCKMAN, Dad. Let's go to DYCKMAN. Because, you know, he on the Instagram and he's seeing all those guys. He's like, yo, let's go to DYCKMAN. I'm like, yo, Curt, this is where it all started for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, my son name is Curt, too.
For a minute.
Huh?
That was your park for a minute.
Man, it felt like it. It felt like it. Me and A-Ray, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to doubt my guys. A-Ray, you know, Kev, Johan, Buddha, you know what I'm saying? We was out there, man. We was getting it done. you know what I mean? We was out there. I felt like every time we stepped on that court, yo, people was like, yeah, we watching the history in the making here. And that's how I felt, bro. We was just, Dyckman, I love playing it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Every time it was a
Oh,
game, I
yeah.
was like, yeah, we got Dyckman tonight. You know what I mean? I used to talk to my homies, you know, from my hood. They used to come through deep.
Yeah.
I mean, come show mad love. You feel me? Come
Yep.
show mad love. And Dyckman, it was that's what it was, man. I ain't gonna lie. Dyckman used to be super hype, bro. All these guys used to be on the gates.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like they do right now. Ain't nothing changed. They do
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just more bleachers in the stands than it was when I was playing. You feel me?
Exactly.
But yeah, man, it's all that's home. New York, man. It's always love.
Nah, I
Word.
appreciate that. Yo, I appreciate you taking this time out to chop it up with me. You already know.
Nah, dog, anytime, man. My knowledge is always here for the young boys, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always, any questions, anything y'all want to ask, man, I'm always here. You know what I mean? I learned a lot from this game, you know, coming up with some guys, you know, like seeing Jay Wingate and A-Ray and all them dudes and playing against those guys. I got mad respect for those dudes. I just, top of my head, like the Kikis and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Bobby Santiagos and all those guys, you know. We always hooping together coming up at different tournaments, you know what I'm saying? And for those guys like that, you know what I'm saying, I got respect for them. I see those guys doing their thing too. So for me, I'm just out here just trying to help, man, just trying to get that knowledge. If you know what I'm saying, anything you ever want to know, man, you can always holler at me, man.
I appreciate
I got a book, bro. My story's like a book. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. The
that.
ups and downs that I went through. Word.
Nah, I appreciate you, Kurt. You already know. Like I said, when I do the podcast version of this,
Yeah.
that's when we gonna talk spicy all them summers.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah. Let's do it on the podcast. I got stories, man. From
Absolutely.
youngin' to older, man. I got them, man. Plan to get some of the best out there too, B. From Stephon Marbury, Zach Randolph, 55th. I've seen it all, bro. So
Now, I
yeah,
know you
man,
have.
I got you. I got you. I appreciate all the love, bro. For real. Much love. Word.
I appreciate you, man. You a legend in my eyes, and I'm just giving flowers while y'all still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I'm glad we did this, man. I got some young boys watching, you know what I'm saying, that I coach, you know. I got a lot of guys doing that. So I just want, you know, so for they can hear the story. Because they hear
I'm gonna
from
put it up
me.
on YouTube too.
You gonna put it on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I'll send you the link once I upload it.
Yeah, do that, man, because
Do
you
they
know I
know
got a
who's
lot of
coaching
young
them
boys.
though? Do they have an idea of who you are?
I think they do because of like college and all that, but
Oh,
I don't want to think they understand like the New York
no,
situation, like you know
they'll
what I
never
mean, like
understand that. The college version of you was
yeah,
impressive, but the
yeah,
street side of you is
yeah.
legendary.
Legendary, and that's why you know some of them I know they join in. I seen some of them join in. You know what I'm saying? I just want they don't really understand how gritty I was and what I was doing back out there in that street ball. You know, and shout out to Ken and them and Dyckman. You know, they
We
you
gonna
know
have to get we gonna have to get the footage, man. We gonna have to get the footage.
word. If you find some joints, man, holler at me, yo. I've been trying to find some old footage of certain games to get to my son. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But you know, shout out to Ken and them too. They retired me out there too. Word, no straight love, yo.
Yes,
Word,
sir. I'm
straight
telling
love.
you, you a legend uptown.
Word, they retired me out there, Dyckman. That's all love. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. All your boys need to understand. When you put in work, yo, Dyckman is like second family, man. It was so dope. There was like a second home. I used to love being up there. All love to everybody up there, bro.
I appreciate
Word,
my dude. You already know.
word. Good looking, baby.
Thank you. And we chop it
Yeah.
soon. You already know.
Yeah, thank you, man. Anytime, yo. Anytime. I'll do another one. Just holler. You heard?
Say less. I
All
appreciate
right, bro.
All right, bro.
Later.
One. The legend himself. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be back Tuesday with Marv McCullough, point guard, NYC, All Hallows, Iona. You already know. Holla at your boy. Tune in or you losing.